it seems like, wow, it's that time of year again. It's the most wonderful time of the year, Ian.
Oh boy.
For the World Video Game Hall of Fame inductees.
Here we go.
Have been announced. This is like a fourth time we've done this on the podcast, seems
yep,
like.
It is
from the Strong Museum.
From the Strong Museum, and we have...
Which is toys and games. It's like everything.
So let's read them off, and then we'll go over them.
Okay.
We got Candy Crush, Centipede, Colossal Cave Adventure, Dance Dance Revolution, Half-Life, Microsoft Windows Solitaire,
yeah,
Mortal Kombat, Myst, NBA 2K, Sid Meier's, Civilization, Super Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
That's a really good list.
That's a great list. I can.
You can make arguments for.
I can make arguments for all of those.
That's
the first year, I think.
I am not familiar with Colossal Cave Adventure. I had to read that it was a text game.
Oh
in the 70s.
yeah,
I've never heard of that.
That's a big deal.
Do we miss that in video game years, or was that early 70s?
That was I think that was mid 70s.
We got to do the video game year 70s Strikes Back. We'll go over that.
So
look that up. I know nothing about that Colossal Cave Adventure.
I believe that's the one where you can get eaten by a Gru.
So that was like a precursor to Zork?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say eaten by a Gru.
And Zork's not in this. Is Zork in the Hall of Fame?
No, Gru is Zork. Sorry, what is the one that Colossal Cave Adventure
The first
has?
historic first interactive fiction game. So this is like the first text adventure game.
Yeah.
The computer would simulate and describe a situation that the user would type in what to do next in simple English. The user would thus be part of an ongoing story in a fantasy setting, in this case an exploration of Colossal Cave in Kentucky. But this Colossal Cave, though remarkably similar to its real-life counterpart, was also very different. Magic was afoot in the cave. Woo!
All right, so I'm wrong.
You can play it online. I like a lot of these text adventures, like the Zork games and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You can just play them on. They put them online. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm wrong about the Gru thing. Anyways, yeah, it was like
the first text adventure,
big text adventure.
That's big.
Candy Crush. Love it or hate it.
Huge fucking game.
It's huge.
I know what it is, and I'll never play it.
Most people know what it is. I had someone come into the store literally the last time I worked, 2 days ago, and they were looking at DS games, and they picked up one. It was like a Bejeweled or something like that, and the mom goes, "No, you don't want that. It's just Candy Crush," which is hilarious because Bejeweled came out before Candy Crush. So
there's a TV game show, Candy Crush. I didn't know idea.
Wow,
that's how you know it's big.
So it's huge. I mean,
2012 it came out. It seems like it was longer. It's only been 7 years.
I mean, it wasn't the first big free-to-play app game, but it's probably the most popular. And it's what I think a lot of people would think of first when they think of, a quintessential phone game.
Sure. So Candy Crush, is that one of the ones you just swipe together and they disappear?
Match 3. Yeah, it's a match 3. Centipede is obviously a big one.
Centipede.
I love Centipede.
Run away.
I'm happy to see it get its due.
That was a big game. We talked about how colorful it was, the pastels. The rollerball was really nice. It's really still fun. It's at the time, the best way I can say it, at the time it was one of the twitchiest, quickest games in the arcades, where you really needed quick reflexes.
Yeah, you needed to be fast. It's an insanely fast game, and it was incredibly popular with women. It's credited, at least in the early 80s, as being one of those games that got women into games. It helped get women into games. I don't think you necessarily need something to get them into games, women into games.
They played Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man.
Right, exactly. And just incredibly popular. And it was developed by a woman as well. It was developed by Donna Bailey, along with Ed Long. So that's a big deal. And then what else we got here?
I'm going to go back to Colossal Cave Adventure real quick. It sounds like inspired Roberta Williams to create Mystery House in 1980, which is regarded as the first, graphical-ish game.
Sort of. Yes.
It's because it's like line drawings, and then it became Ghost House after Mystery House, I believe. So that's important. Obviously, you have to lay the foundation somewhere.
Dance Dance Revolution. Sparked a revolution in music games. It was huge.
Foot stamping games.
It was.
Was that early 2000s?
Yeah, late 90s.
Late 90s.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Okay.
So that's huge. It kind of birthed the popularity of the rhythm genre.
I can just look on the website and tell you the exact year.
Half-Life.
Because it's there.
I've never played Half-Life, but obviously it should be there.
Oh my god.
There's no reason why it shouldn't.
Half-Life altered what you could do with a first-person shooter.
Well,
It really opened up like, oh, we can tell a real story.
That's what I've always
You're
heard.
not just a guy killing Nazis or killing, zombies. This is a story we could immerse you in with all the NPCs and learning as you go what the fuck's going on. Like that's and besides this being a damn good game on top of that. It's a damn good game.
I've always meant to go and play it because I want to see what everyone's talking about with the storytelling. That always sounds good. Like, I mean,
By now you're gonna be like, what's the big deal?
No, but
for
I
the
want to
first
see
time.
I want to see the origin.
Playing
of
it in '98, like I did. Maybe it was a Where's version I had.
Wares.
Where's
I always called it Wares too.
off of
Wares.
ICQ.
Got that zero.
Was it ICQ? No, MRC. IRC. It was IRC.
Oh my god! I can't believe you just confused IRC.
I know.
and
ICQ. I used like 2 years when I was 12 or 13. No, it was IRC. You had your little servers. Allegedly, Pat had his little servers, and you get credits for uploading and downloading stuff. That was fun, maybe in college. Anyway, so Half-Life, obviously. Microsoft Windows Solitaire has probably been played by more people than probably almost any other video game, if you want me to be perfectly honest.
Oh, I can't imagine there's any game that has been played more. I would love to, if only there was a way to tally up the combined total played hours among everyone.
Oh, if you want to go hours, I'm just talking about number of different people. Because think about everyone who had a PC from Windows, 3.1 on.
Yep.
Had a Windows. So 3.1, 95, 98. I think XP still had it. You probably can still get it for Windows 10 if you just look for it and download it.
I'm
Probably
pretty
still
sure
have
you
it.
can, but you have to actually.
But just think
get
about
it.
whenever, people, home computers got big, I want to say like 93-ish, 94, a lot more people started they became a little bit more affordable. Gateway helped bring the price down to under $1,000. That was huge. They started showing up by the mid to late 90s in like Circuit Cities and Best Buys and CompUSAs. So think about all those people that bought computers for the first time. The first thing they'd say, oh, let's look at a game. What's here? You got Minesweeper, you got Solitaire to play.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And so everyone was playing that. And, and even in college, let's not work on the term paper. Let's play Solitaire for a bit.
Let's just play Solitaire.
I never understood the golf game, the golf card game that they had on.
Oh, yeah. I learned more Solitaire as time went on, but
No.
at that point I couldn't do any of those other
Are
ones.
you hardcore and do 3-card Solitaire or do the single draw?
I do 3 cards.
3 cards. So you can get stuck. 3-card, you can get fucked.
Yep.
You don't always have a happy ending. Single card is a little bit easier. 3-card, that can get
Single
rough.
card, you can pretty much
Almost guarantee a victory.
Yeah, the win. I don't know that I've ever lost, but I'm sure there's a way you can.
You can get unlucky, but with 3-card, it's really tough.
Yeah, 3
You
cards.
gotta get lucky a little bit.
3 cards difficult, and I remember there used to be in one of the versions there was like Vegas rules or something, and I don't know that there's actually any Vegas Solitaire.
Yes, there's money involved.
Yeah, and
I've never heard of Solitaire in a casino.
Neither have I. However, it
sure
was
it exists.
interesting to play it because the better you did, it showed you, you won more money and shit like that. It was an interesting way to keep score.
There might be a casino out there. Hell, some casinos have war in them. For God's sake, the one
you
card.
serious?
Yes, I've been in casinos that have war. 1 card versus 1 card. What is the bigger card? It's literally a 50-50 chance of winning.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't know that.
So there could be a casino that has Solitaire, but yeah, whenever I saw that, I never understood the rules with the money on it. I never understood that. Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
Absolutely.
It deserves to be there.
Street Fighter's got to be in there already then. Street Fighter 2.
I'm fairly certain it
Where's the list of all of them? The
was.
website does have a nice clean list of every single one.
But regardless of whether or not Street Fighter 2 is in there, it better be. But Mortal Kombat deserves its place. It's a series that I didn't really start to like until 20 years later, but it was huge. I mean, it was all over the news for its violence. It changed. It created rating systems.
They just started this in 2015.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year they only had 4 games inducted. So these are the finalists. These aren't all the inductees. These are just the finalists.
These are the finalists.
They don't just induct all of them. What is this? The Oscars? Put them all in.
Oh yeah, we're looking at whatever. These finalists
They
all
do
deserve
about
to be in.
They did 6 the first year, 6 the second year, 4 the third year. Oh, Solitaire got in 2000. Solitaire is this year. I'm looking at the other list. Is this the only game like this that was even in here so far? Yeah, this is the only game like this, like a computer game. I'm sorry, Mortal Kombat.
So,
Street Fighter 2 was 2017.
Oh, Mortal Kombat did get inducted. Okay, great. So it looks like of all the games that actually got inducted, it was Colossal Cave Adventure, Microsoft Solitaire, Mortal Kombat, and Super Mario Kart, which is all fine. But I honestly, all of these should have been in there.
I don't understand that now. Why do you only have 4 or 5 per year? Why not just do all of them? You're going to come back to these later?
Well, they might.
So you're telling me Half-Life doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well,
so let's go on.
We read the wrong list, but let's continue explaining why all of these are good.
Okay.
Myst, was the probably the most iconic. This game doesn't make any goddamn sense puzzle game. It was one of the first big CD-ROM titles. It really kind of showed what a CD-ROM title on a computer could do.
Yes.
So I think more than anything, that's probably its big claim to fame in terms of history, because Myst doesn't hold up well over time.
93 it was. So that was a lot of people's first CD-ROM game. That sold a bajillion copies.
Yeah. And it's not good. It's not
I never played. You're on an island. It's
not a good game.
You're moving first person to find, click on shit. It's like a lot of those early, adventure titles.
It's incredibly obtuse. And it's all from a first-person perspective.
Yeah.
NBA 2K, that really changed how the basketball video games were looked at, and single-handedly put a nail in the coffin of EA's NBA Live.
And that was, I know I always hear that they have the story modes and the career modes.
They're good games.
You build your own house.
And they're littered with microtransactions now, but the basic game is still very good. Sid Meier's Civ. Now knowing that this is just the the finalists, I'm upset that Civilization's not in there. I am torn up that Civilization's not in there.
Hey, Straw Museum, you don't need to do a cute little display. Just say they're in there. Just put the game up. Like they have this cool little
contests are fun.
No, they're not, because now they're not going to come back to this in another year.
They probably will.
I don't think so. I don't think did they ever do another. This doesn't make any sense to me.
They better
start with 20 games and go down to 8 or 9.
Super Mario Kart, obviously fantastic.
That one got in.
The first, the first karting racing game. Then Apogee came out and made Wacky Wheels as a.
Wacky Wheels.
I used to play Wacky Wheels online. I used to just connect.
That was an early online game.
Yeah, modem to modem. I used to play that online.
What were the characters in Wacky Wheels? Look that up.
They were animals. I think they're like cutesy animals. And then Super Smash Brothers Melee. I don't like it, but I get it.
It's huge. It's still.
I get it.
It's the most popular one out of what we have 5 Smash Brothers games now.
So I guess we interpreted that wrong initially because we were looking at the tweet. Those were finalists, and then yes, the final inductees were
Colossal Cave,
which I have to give it to it. Solitaire, Mortal Kombat, and Super Mario Kart. They're all worthwhile, but unlike previous years, I feel like all of those finalists were extremely worthwhile. That must have been a tough one to pare down.
I want that Super Mario Kart little guy that they made. They made a little Mario Kart and they put a stuffed Mario in there.
Yeah,
I want that.
I want the Colossal Cave Adventure display because that looks cool. I like that a lot.
I think the Strong Museum needs more money. They don't have the money to do these displays for every game.
I think the Strong Museum.
I want to see what a Civilization display would look like now.
That would be cool.
Like popping out little cities and units, and you know what I mean, like in 3D.
You've ruined us. You've ruined us. We just want all of your displays now.
No, I do. I hell the solitaire display. So last year the inductees were Final Fantasy VII, John Madden Football, Space War, and Tomb Raider. I remember last year's list being a pretty good list too.
Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of depressed. Rochester, not just because it's always 0 degrees there.
Rochester's not always 0 degrees. Buffalo is always 0 degrees.
Rochester is in the same plane, Ian. It's right there. It's 15 minutes from Canadian.
It fares a little bit better.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is this
it does. Snowstorms don't hit Rochester as often as they hit Buffalo.
You know, I applied to RIT, right?
Good.
I applied to college. I went there and visited.
Yes, congrats. I lived there. They don't get the lake effect snow that Buffalo does. They don't deal with as
They told me there'll be snow on the ground for like 5 straight months. Yes, it's bad.
It's not as bad as Buffalo, is all I was saying.
They had subterranean tunnels connecting the buildings on the campus.
I'm just saying you would have done better there than you would have in Buffalo. You lose the lake effect snow.
Weird ass regional my winter dick is bigger than your winter
No,
dick.
it's not. It was that you would have done
By
better.
3 degrees, it's worse.
The weather is nicer.
Once you get down to 20 degrees, it doesn't fucking matter anymore. 20 versus 15, it
does
doesn't
to
matter.
us snow people.
These snow, fucking Christ, Ian. I want to just kiss you, then smack you.
Yeah,
right
I know. You
afterwards.
say that all the time. Believe me, the feeling is mutual.
All right.
So they have garbage plates too.
Yeah, we went over the garbage plates. You and Chris Kohler can commiserate on the garbage plates.
Commiserate. They're great. They're wonderful.
Yes, we've been over them like 8 times. I will have one if I'm ever in. I don't think I've ever been in Buffalo before.
It's not in Buffalo. Well, you can get them in Buffalo, but they're better in Rochester.
Oh, so that you're conceding Rochester plates are better. Their beans are better. They put in. Is that why they're better?
I wasn't insulting Rochester in any way, shape,
I feel like
or form.
I had to defend Rochester for some weird fucking reason. I don't know why.
If you were defending Rochester, you'd just say that they had nicer weather.
I got into the college. I didn't want to go probably because it also was like they said it was like 10% women only on campus too. That probably was not a good thing to have. You know, it's a technology institute. When I went, it was literally like a bunch of like programming people showing me around and stuff like that.
Also, you should call it Rochester.
Rochester. Thank God I didn't go to RIT. Plus I my computer science major, by the end of freshman year I was done with it anyway, so that would have been horrible. Living in Rochester in the tunnels, you know, with like making fires in my dorm room, not having any fun, and then figuring out computer science isn't for me and leaving. My dad would not have liked that. Mm. My dad might have re-thrown out my Cabbage Patch Kid clothes.
Did you get back Marky Stevens' clothes yet?
I bought them on eBay.
You did.
See the model over there? I'll show you later. That's not Marky Stevens, but I bought him with the original clothes. Marky Stevens, I'm going back in June and getting.
Okay.
I'm getting the original, but I'll show him that. But that's the model. Because
see.
you know why? My dad found a pic and scanned it for me. Because I didn't know what the clothes looked like. Those are the clothes.
So wait, that's
the Marky Stevens model.
That's a Marky Stevens,
that's
but not the Marky
Stevens.
Stevens.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually found the adoption papers, but I don't have the certificate. I got to find the certificate. I found the adoption papers over there. Sorry, we're getting off topic. I'm not sure this is going to make the Hall of Fame segment. We're kind of going off topic.
We always get off topic.
All right.
People love it.